right, now it is time for us to read the Habit Heroes Iron Man comic. There are 4,700 classrooms all over the state of Florida that are doing this with volunteers this week. You all have the ultimate volunteers right behind me, and I'm going to introduce them one at a time. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Craig Thomas. He is the Senior Vice President, Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer, and he is going to be our narrator and special effects person. Get ready. Yes. Mr. Darnell Smith is the Marketing President for North Florida with Florida Blue, and he is reading the part of Agent Quench. And then we have Mr. Jason Altmeyer. He is, this is a long title, get ready, Senior Vice President, Public Policy and Community Engagement, and he is reading the part of Agent Dynamo. And then you have your very own principal, Mr. Carwin Paul, and he is reading the part of Agent Jin. Next, we have Dr. John Armstrong. He is the Surgeon General for the entire state of Florida. That means he's like the #1 doctor in the state of Florida. And he is reading the part of Agent Fuel.
I'm all fueled up and ready to go.
And then last, but certainly not least, reading the part of Iron Man, we have Mr. Pat Garrity, Chief Executive Officer of Florida Blue.
Whoa.
So it is time.
Okay. We're going to stand up and read?
All right. You're on. We're going to stand, right?
Do it. Okay. On board the Habit Heroes aircraft.
This is Director Jin calling all Habit Heroes. I'm sending emergency transports for you. We have a crisis of epic proportions.
We're on our way, Director Jin, and don't worry, after the battle we just fought, we've never felt stronger. We beat all those sappers lurking underground, draining people's energy, didn't we?
Dynamo's right. And when the blocker bots tried to take all the high-powered foods out of town, we got them back. Although they keep trying. Persistent buckets of bolts, aren't they?
You said it, Buell. The Scorchers never miss a chance for an ambush either. But come on, I'm hydration agent. Like I'm going to have a meal without drinking plenty of water.
It's true. You handled those menaces pretty well, one at a time, but now
they're working together and they're taking over New York.
Oh no! How could this happen? We weren't ready for them to attack in such an organized way.
We've been trying to protect people all over the world from the hazards, but they're back and in greater numbers than ever before. Take a look at these kids. This is before the invasion. Then they were free to act as they wanted, but take a look at them now. The hazards have never gone so far as to try to suck the power from the entire city. The people don't realize when they're being attacked, they're not trained to stand up to all the menaces working together.
I keep eating this stuff. Why don't I have any energy?
See, the Scorchers dehydrate people from tricking them into drinking other stuff all the time instead of water. The blocker bots weaken them even more by steering them away from the high-power foods like fruit, veggies, and nuts. Meanwhile, the sapper drains their energy and keeps them active. They all use their hypnotic powers to keep people from even realizing they're being controlled.
And they're building a massive machine. What is it?
Its design has our technicians baffled, but there's one person who can analyze it and hopefully take it offline. The Armored Avenger Iron Man.
And he lives in the city, right?
Exactly. But Stark Tower is in the zone that's been overrun. We can't reach him and must assume he's already been captured. Your job is to locate him, free him from hazard control, and help people everywhere, everyone you can along the way. The police and other authorities want to help, but they've never faced anything like these hazards. You are the ones with the proper training and the experience using it. I know it's dangerous, but...
You don't even have to ask, Director Jin.
This is what we've trained for. Heroes make a plan to keep their power up throughout the day. Let's stock up on high-power food.
And fresh water. We'll need it, and so will those people.
Keep an eye on your power bands. They'll show us how our energy levels are doing. But with these supplies and all the action we'll be seeing, I'm guessing our levels will be through the roof.
Habit heroes, let's gear up.
Now is the hour
To build our power.
Be careful out there. You won't win every encounter with them, and that's okay. As long as you keep fighting and stay powered up there, no way we'll lose this war.
Hello? Anyone home?
No thanks. Not in the mood.
This doesn't feel right. I don't think this kid's thinking straight right now.
And here's why. Hazards hiding in the shadows.
They're everywhere.
They'll wish they'd stayed home when they get a taste of my Actibeam.
There's too many of them. We need to find a safe place to regroup.
I can help with that too. Let me power up. These energy boards won't last long.
But hopefully long enough. I'll cover us with an aqua blast.
And I'll clear a path with my Vitabolt.
This is serious. They won't give us enough time to help the civilians.
That's why we've got to reach Stark Tower and the one guy that can help us save everyone.
If I'm going to get this scanner to work, I've got to figure out what's wrong with my armor. The energy indicator reads full power, but I don't feel at top strength. I just can't seem to do all the things I normally can. Phew, I'm beat. Well, even the brain of a genius needs a break. I'll figure this out later.
What? Mr. Stark, we're the Habit Heroes, and you're being held prisoner. Here, have some water and the snacks we made. They'll give you energy and rehydrate you.
That was good. Well, okay. Who decided to have a monster mash in my lab?
They were here all along. The hazards hide themselves while they're controlling you, so you can't see them. But don't worry, we can train you to see them and to fight them off.
Do you remember what happened?
I do now. I got a call from my friend, Director Jin. She had reports of a large-scale energy drain in the city and needed me to design a new scanner for my suit to get to the bottom of it. I was retrofitting my armor with the scanner, but it wasn't working right. My suit showed full power, but I didn't have all my normal strength or agility.
Your armor wasn't the problem. The hazards had already gotten to you and were keeping your power low. Is this all you've been eating and drinking?
I guess it is. I never gave it a second thought. All my life, I've liked healthy snacks the most. But every now and then, I get too involved with my projects and lose track of what I'm snacking on. I guess that's when those creeps got to me.
We'll show you how to protect yourself, even when you're in the zone.
I'll do better, but right now, Iron Man needs to take care of business.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Tony. If you go out there before powering up, they'll eat you for lunch.
Believe me, I hate to wait around as much as anyone, but I can feel my energy levels falling, and I can see it in my power band. We should all power up.
Even great heroes like me need advice every once in a while. Okay, Habit Heroes, show me what you've got.
Don't worry if it feels hard. That's the thing about habit power. Struggling isn't bad, especially because everyone finds it hard at first. But the more you try, the more you power up. A quick run will have your body awake and ready for action.
Snacks like fruits, veggies, and nuts pack a major power punch. If it grows from a seed, it's got the power you need.
And don't forget water. It's the purest form of power.
Now that's what I'm talking about, and I haven't even suited up yet. Let's see what this means as Iron Man. Wow, I feel I could take on the world.
That's because your armor's controlled by your body and mind, and you've powered them up.
Now let's get out there.
And show these monsters what real heroes can do. I'm scanning that machine, and I think I figured out what it is. It doesn't just drain energy from people, it's using that energy to open a portal to another dimension. I don't know what they're trying to bring through, but based on my experience with monsters, which I have entirely too much of, it's never anything good.
On the other side of the portal, a mysterious voice says, soon.
They're merging, combining all their powers. They could never do that before.
They're a lot tougher than I remember.
I'm analyzing the energy flow from the machine. It's using the power stolen from people to make these moochers stronger. If we shut down the all-you-can-eat buffet, they'll be easier to handle. We've got to show others how to build their power like I did.
Can we do it in time? There's so many of them and so few of us.
Habit heroes, this is Director Jen. I have an idea. Iron Man, I'm uploading the Secret Habit Heroes manual to your servers all over the city. They are the courageous people who are fighting the hazards on their own, but they don't have the training. The manual will show them how to power up and join forces like us.
Got it. I'll transmit the manual. Do you really think they can pull it off?
Anyone can, Iron Man, but not everyone chooses to. Every time someone struggles against hazard control, they're showing their potential to be a habit hero. These are the people who we want to inspire and recruit.
I know what you're thinking. Iron Man's too brilliant and handsome to get trapped by the hazards. But I was. That's right, I'm not perfect. I was shocked too. But it's not about being perfect. It's about asking yourself if you're willing to train and fight. So read this manual. It has the secrets you need. And when it feels like you can't push any further, those are the greatest opportunities to build your power. Hey, Fireball, feeling thirsty?
It's working. They no longer have the energy to stick together.
They're definitely getting weaker. Our heroes in training are doing their part.
And if they're working together, it's time for us to do the same.
Don't tell Director Jen, but I'm borrowing her catchphrase. Now is the hour
To build our power.
Boom!
Look, it's opening the portal. Something's coming through.
I feel weak. They're draining our energy.
That's when it's most important to keep fighting. They can't beat us unless we let them. So let's merge our powers and bring that portal down.
All of the heroes focus their power on the portal, which explodes. Boom!
Now that's just plain rude. Our hosts are leaving the party. Looks like they don't appreciate it when people take their power back.
Typical. If it's not going to be easy for them, hazards don't even want to try.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what we're all about.
Thanks for your help, Iron Man. We couldn't have done it without you.
I'm the one who should thank you and your team for showing me it's not all about the suit. It's about the handsome guy in the suit, too. And now I've found a way to improve on perfection. You'd better believe I'll stick with it.
That's good. And it gets easier the more you do it. But you have to make a plan to keep your power up, especially when you're in the zone with your work or when you get stressed out.
I know, and I'll be ready for our enemies if they try for an encore. See, I've always had an indicator showing my armor's power levels, but I added one for me too.
Sweet! Like our power bands. But what if the hazard strikes somewhere else?
That's always a danger. But the good news is, this crisis has shown us there are a lot of brave and determined out there. Every time people choose to fight off the hazards and keep their power up, they're showing their potential to be heroes. We're going to reach out and recruit those people. We can never let down our God, but the good news is there are more of us every day, and whatever comes our way, we'll be ready.
A mysterious voice says, admirable courage. Can you truly be ready for me? The end?
Thank you.
Yes, we see better seats.